Promote your brand here at Viral Hip Hop News. Hit me, Sam Ant, at DLSMediaInc1 at gmail.com. DLSMediaInc1 at gmail.com. Let's go.
What'd you think about? Let me play this clip. Let me see. Oh shit! Hold up. What Jim Jones was talking about. Gunna real quick.
Jimmy.
And from where I come from, taking a plea when you have co-defendants is really not the thing you're supposed to do. When you up against a case by yourself and shit like that, that's something different and shit like that. But I ain't taking a plea is a touchy thing, and I don't really want to touch too much on it and shit like that because I've seen my niggas go through some of the same things. But I can't say this: none of my niggas took a plea. They're all in jail right now doing the time. They accepted what they did. They accepted who snitched on them. They accepted it all, and they all sat down and did their time. Nobody tried to take a plea. Nobody tried to go around. You dig? Niggas even went to trial. They did everything they could, but do that. So I will put that out there and shit like that. You dig? And once again, that's the decision you got to make. A touchy situation that is facing. I don't know the ins and outs of the program. I don't know when you. In this music business, you got to be very serious about the transition you make. And when you make that transition, you got to be very serious about the things in the company you keep. And sometimes the people that you love might not be the people you need to have next to you all the time and shit like that. Like, you got to be aware. Awareness is everything. When you...
All right, so yeah, that's Jim Jones. I think it was let me see, let me get the proper credit. DJ UTV, did an interview with Jim Jones. He was pretty much talking about, Gunna's plea deal. And for people who don't know, Gunna, he showed himself last night sitting in his mansion with some speakers, and he pretty much, was giving a shout out, to Young Thug.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna bring up exactly what he said real quick. And he said, niggas acting like they switching to a side, but it's only one side. YSL, the label, Free Young Thug. Gunna is back. And to me, dog, it's like, I don't really want to keep beating the dead horse with this because we all seen what happened, but he's starting to give me kind of like 6ix9ine vibes. It's like, now you just don't even talk about it no more, dog. Like, just, now you trying to act like you ain't do what you did. Like, everything is cool. You even got 6ix9ine calling him out, which is a whole another thing. Yeah. But it's just like, we all seen what happened, man. So what's your thoughts, man? First about what Jim Jones said, and then Gunna last night, coming out, man, leaving a statement with the people.
I think Jim Jones put it perfectly. You know what I mean? I think that he first off, he don't really want to go in on the situation as a professional, which makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? You don't want to go out there and slap him around like you probably really want to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He took the professional route, which I think is smart. But still saying, listen, I ain't going to talk about what they did or what their situation is, but I know what my people did. And I know there was one rat in the group and everybody else sat down and, took accountability for what they did, fessed up to their dirt, and had to do their time. Don't nobody want to sit in jail, not even the hardest of the hardest. And when that reality is smacking you in the face, that's a hard pill to swallow. But when you sign that contract that you're going to be out here outlawing and doing shit different,
right,
there's a consequence behind that. And there's no need to go through the rhetoric with you guys and on the thing because we all know that, right? So I think Jim Jones put it very well, and I couldn't agree with him more. As far as Gunna's concerned, he is following the 6ix9ine blueprint to a T. And I think given some time, it'll work. He'll go ahead and make his music, and little kids and suburban children and anybody that doesn't care about that culture, they will buy it and they will do their thing. The only difference is, and here's the unfortunate part, but here's the harsh reality of the situation. Gunna's a brother. And we know we don't like each other all the time. And there's going to be certain places where Gunna wants to walk and wants to move and wants to go. Grandmama's house, wherever the case may be. And there's going to be people that take exception to him being up in that area because they look at him as a goddamn rat. No matter what they try to spin, no matter what anybody tries to do. And you see, he called somebody his twin, I think Lil Gotit or something like that. I don't know. And he said, don't call me twin. Right. He ain't fucking with him. Why I said don't mess with him. Like, don't even say our name. Young Thug's sister unfollowed him. He went through a mass unfollowing. They're not receiving this. So whether you think he snitched, whether I think he snitched, whether you think he didn't, they think he did. And that's all that matters when he's out there in Atlanta amongst all them.
Yeah.
So it'll work when it comes to the suburban kids and selling some streams on these platforms. but walking to the grocery store, going to see some parents or going to see some relatives, trying to do a tour in some of these cities where your demographic is going to be. That's going to be tough. I don't want anything to happen to this brother because I think it's unfortunate if it does. We always hurt each other and not anybody else when you got other rats out here running their mouth and doing whatever. But I don't know, man.
Nah, I think that pretty much closed the door the whole thing.
real,
It's like I didn't think about that. That's real. Like you got to travel to different cities and you have people with rat costumes and you know what I mean, holding up you a rat. Like you got to deal, with this whole thing, and you can't sit up and act like you ain't do what you did.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have been different, right, if he didn't put that statement out. Like, but it's like he put the statement out about how YSL was in the game the same day.
Yep.
The video comes out of him just telling everything, admitting everything. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, to everything. And it just totally ruined him. But I think what's going to get rid of this is a hit song. Hit song come out of something, people ain't going to care no more like that. But like you said, once you're going in and out of the trenches and stuff like that, because you still got to do that.
Yep.
That's where you could be at, serious danger. Do you think this different, though? Because 6ix9ine was like, and I hate to bring him into this because he's a Spanish guy. He think it's like a double standard. Like a lot of people's not really in the industry going in on Gunna like they went in on him because he's a Spanish guy. How you feel about that?
I think not only is because he's a Spanish guy, but he's 6'9", and he was such an antagonist.
Yeah.
Gunna's not out here antagonizing anybody.
Right,
Gunna's just a rat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not that that's even good. That's terrible, and that's the lowest thing you can go to. And like I said, I don't want to see that brother get hurt, but I think that's the difference. He's out here antagonizing people. He's out here disrespecting the dead. People want his head on the stick.
Yeah.
Gunna just told on everybody.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. He just yes ma'amed everybody right to prison and dipped out. Now he's in a mansion. And we don't receive that well as a culture, man. That's going to be a certain level of disrespect that we're not going to tolerate. And it's unfortunate that we don't give each other a break, but they ain't going to give him no break. That's the reality. So to answer your question, is there a double standard? Absolutely. But I think that there's a deservingly of a double standard. And 6ix9ine need to shut the hell up on his little comments and things because Gunna's not out here disrespecting the dead, other people's crews, pointing fingers and trying to antagonize nonsense. He's just a damn rat.
Yeah. And that's a terrible, terrible predicament to be in, is to be that. But he made that decision. He got to live with that, man. And I think the trial is actually about to start for Young Thug soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And Tory